This conference will now be recorded.
Mayor Pugh, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Miss Camilla. This is Gina. I'm just trying to get Mr. Eugene set up.
I appreciate it, Miss Gina. All the work you and Miss Lewis do.
Oh,
I
we're
really
doing good. Miss Tammy's on vacation this week, so
I say I appreciate all the work both you guys do. Always there when I need you.
yes, ma'am. We thank you very much.
Hi, William. Are you on your phone?
No, I'm on my computer. Did you hear that?
Yeah, how you doing?
All right.
Good morning, Mr. Shelton. How are you?
Good morning. How you doing, Miss Camilla? How you doing?
I'm good.
All right.
Morning, Mayor Taylor. How are you?
Morning. How are you today?
I'm good.
Is my camera working?
Not yet.
How that? There we go.
There you go.
Backwards. Okay.
Mhm. How are you this morning?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Good. The only thing I want to mention before the meeting starts, Mayor Taylor, the bylaws, I sent that package out to everybody. We only amending a few things, but
Right.
just in case they're not able to see it on the screen, they should have it in their package. Okay.
Okay. Can you share? Can you share your
Sir?
screen? Can
Yeah,
you
I'm going to
your-
share my screen, but I don't know if it's going to be large enough for them to read it. That's
All
what I'm
right.
saying. If they can't read it, they have it. Mayor Washington, how are you? How things going in Brighton, Mayor? How you doing, Mayor Pierre?
Gotta bump off for just a second, be right back.
Yes, sir. Morning, Ben. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you, Camilla?
Good. Morning, Memphis. You. How are you today?
Camilla, do you have
Good
any
morning.
luck with TDOT on that federal program that was just adopted?
I emailed them and you can bring it up again today, but I think they're if they have any information, they'll talk about it today. But you can bring it up. I told them you'll bring it up.
Okay.
Good morning, Memphis. You. How are you? Good morning, Antoine. How are you?
Morning, I'm well, Camilla. How are you?
Good. Hi, Mayor. How are you? I think your volume might be off, but I know you're filling in for Lynn Thompson. Like your volume's up. I have a caller that just came in. Could you state your name, please?
Yes, Mindy Donnelly.
Hi, Miss Mindy. How are you?
Hey, I'm fine. How about you?
I'm good.
Good.
Good morning, Mr. Hugh Davis. How are you today?
This is Bob Turner.
Okay. Are you a caller on Mr. Turner?
Pardon me?
Are you on the phone?
Yes.
All right. Thank you. They don't show my callers coming in. How are you doing today, Mr. Turner?
Does this do a video also?
Yes, sir. I
Go to
sent out the
meeting
link
does
as
video?
well. Sir?
Go to meeting does video?
Yes, sir.
All right.
We did meeting last time.
I might try to
Pausing.
get it while we're talking.
Hey, Bob,
want
you
me
can
to-
do it on your iPad.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put it on my iPad. Yeah, I'll put the I'll have to go to the App Store and get it on my iPad.
I don't know. You might just be able to click the link, but you might have to get the app too. I think you might be right about that, Mr. Turner.
Yeah.
All right. Mr. Hugh Davis, I see you're in. Mr. Derek Kissel. Good morning. How are you?
And Danny Hartsfield, he's here with me.
All right. When I call the roll, could you make sure he says present too, just for a quorum? How are you doing, Mr. Hartfield?
Doing great.
Thank you for joining us. Mayor Gaines, how are you doing this morning? Mr. Ben Ledsinger. While we're waiting to get started, I'm just calling everybody's name, and if you want to test your volume when I call you, that'll be fine too.
Good morning, Camilla. This is Ben.
How you doing, Ben?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
And Mr. Steven Seibert, am I correct?
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
All right. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Right. So I told people that I was going to give them on the agenda till 10:05, or at least until we have a quorum. I think we might need I'm gonna give them a few more minutes, Mayor Taylor. We're gonna get started.
How close to a quorum are we right now?
Let me see. It looked like we probably have it.
Okay.
Give me a minute to look in my paperwork.
Morning, Camilla. How are you?
Hey, good morning, sir. How are you?
Good.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Morrison. How are you today?
Good. I just
Yes, sir.
your meeting notices are showing up there. You might want to exit out. It's in front of your notice there. Popped up on your screen.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so my computer's being weird. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. There you go. Have a good meeting.
Thank you. We do have a quorum. You can give them 2 more minutes, cause I know I'm expecting some more people to come in as far as emails, or you can get started if you want to, Mayor Taylor.
Let's give them 5 after, and then we'll crank up.
Okay. I know I received the emails from a few more people who haven't came in yet, so.
Okay. Anybody we're expecting that hasn't shown up yet?
Just 1 or 2 more people.
Okay.
Good morning, Amanda. How are you? I'm Matoka. It's 2 Amanda, so I have to say the city. It's 5 after Mayor Taylor. Waiter.
All right, folks, we'll go ahead and get started. I want to thank everybody for taking time out of your busy schedules to show up today. This is our quarterly meeting, and I'm going to turn it over to Camilla to do the roll call and also the motion for the virtual meeting to satisfy the governor's order.
Okay, Mayor, would you like me to read the motion first and then do the roll call, or do the roll call first?
Why don't you do the roll call first so we know who's on board?
All right. And before we get started, if anyone does a motion later on during a meeting or second it, could you please state your name for us so we can keep up with the minutes? So if you make a motion, please just state your name afterwards or second a motion. All right. Roll call, Mayor Taylor.
Here.
Mayor Gaines.
Here.
How you doing? Executive Huffman.
I'm fine.
William,
Executive. Okay. William Veazey, proxy. Okay. Mayor Cole. Mayor Pugh.
I'm here.
How you doing today?
I'm good. Sun shining. That's right.
Mayor Neal.
This is Bob. I'm proxy for Mayor Neal.
Thank you. Senator Rose. Representative Hertz. Mandy Donnelly.
Here.
Danny Hartfield,
I'm here.
we have William Veazey standing in for proxy for Executive Spokesman. We have Robert Turner standing in for proxy for Mayor Neal. Lynn Thompson, do we have proxy for him?
Yes, we do. Craig Fitzhugh here.
Thank you, sir. Glenn Stringfellow, Wayne Dowdy, Derek Kissel,
Here.
thank you. Shannon Reed, absent. Mr. Ralph Moore, absent. Mr. Hugh Davis,
Present.
thank you, sir. Project from the MPO, we do have a quorum, Mayor Taylor.
Okay, sounds good. All right, the next item on the agenda is the motion. Well, I'm gonna have you read the motion for the virtual meeting, if you don't mind first.
Yes, sir. I make a motion that the West Tennessee RPO, in accordance with the Tennessee Governor Bill Lee Executive Order 16, has determined that having this meeting by electronic means is necessary to protect the health, safety, welfare of West Tennessee rural planning organization citizens in light of the COVID-19 outbreak, that the provision of Tennessee Code annotated section 8-44-108C, which address open meeting guidelines, are in effect, and the meeting will be conducted in a manner consistent with section 19 of Tennessee Constitution, allowing monitor by press.
Okay, does anyone have any questions of the motion? If not,
Request the
I'd
motion,
somebody
Mayor
to make
Taylor.
that motion.
Yes, sir.
Want to make that motion, please?
Sounds like we have a little background noise.
This is Bob. I'll make the motion.
All right. Bob Turner's made the motion. Do a second.
Craig Fitzhugh second.
Mayor Gaines, Mayor Fitzhugh seconds it. All right, motion's made and properly seconded. This again will be a roll call vote, and for your information, everybody, all the votes today will be roll call votes. Ms. Camilla, you call the roll?
Yes, sir. Mayor Taylor,
Yes.
Mayor Gaines,
Yes.
Executive Huffman Proxy,
Yes.
Mayor Pugh,
Yes.
Mayor Neal Proxy,
Yes.
Minnie Donnelly,
Yes.
Mr. Hartfield,
Yes.
Lynn Thompson Proxy, Mayor Fitzhugh,
Yes.
Derek Kissel,
Yes.
Mr. Shannon Reed, still absent. Mr. Hugh Davis,
Yes.
thank you. We have all yeses, Mayor Taylor.
Okay, good. Motion passes. Everybody has received a packet, the minutes in your packet from December 8th. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes? Okay, not hearing any. Is there somebody make a motion to approve?
Mayor Pugh, I'll make a motion.
Mayor Pugh, second by? You're a second?
This is
William
Bob.
V.
Mr. Bob Turner seconds it. All right, again, the roll call vote. Ms. Camilla?
Mayor Taylor,
Yes.
Mayor Gaines,
Yes.
Executive Huffman Proxy,
Yes.
Mayor Pugh,
Yes.
Minnie Donnelly,
Yes.
Mr. Hartfield,
Yes.
Lynn Thompson proxy, Mayor Fitzhugh,
Yes.
Derek Kissel,
Yes.
Mr. Hugh Davis.
Yes.
We have all yes for the minutes, Mayor Taylor.
Thank you. Motion passes. For everybody on the call, we only have one more thing to vote on, so we won't have to go through that too many times today. Next item is the West Tennessee RPO and CTPG updates. Ms. Camella?
All right, thank you for that, Mayor Taylor. Currently, our main update is Hall's Rupee Grant. We're finalizing the work for the RFP and looking forward to hiring a consulting to do the work down there in the Halls for the Rupee Grant. And far as the CTPG updates, we have Mason, Mulford, and Tempe County. They have all did their kickoff meeting and they're moving toward next steps. Back to you, Mayor Taylor.
Okay. All right. Well, it looks like the next thing, let's see. Any questions or concerns on that? Let's see, we got the MAG and TDOT updates. Is anybody here from TDOT?
Yes, good morning. It's Ashley Owens. How is everybody doing?
I'm good. Thank you. I'm glad you're here.
Great. So the update that we have for the multimodal access grant, multimodal, they are planning on providing the awards in the spring. So we will be keeping you all up to date on that as we continue to get updates from multimodal as well. I know that they're going through a process to go through the applications and to make sure that everyone has been looked over. So once we receive an update, we will make sure that we email Camilla and the respective RPOs. And that's all that we have.
Yeah, okay. A quick question while I've got you on. I asked Camilla yesterday and I believe last week just a little bit about the federal program that's coming down. Do y'all have any guidance and of anything that may be coming from the federal government through TDOT? I know we received some very preliminary information. I believe it's the American Rescue Plan, I believe they're calling it.
Yeah, right. This is KB Pabnabwaja with Tennessee Department of Transportation Assistant Director for the OCT program. Yes, we did get some funding in last year, 2020, under the CARES Act for transit, and we did also get some funding at the CRISA Act as well. We currently working with our FHWA partners to get some information on the eligibilities and how we can spend the money. And we will be sharing more information in the coming weeks and months as soon as we get more details on it. So at this moment, I don't have any additional details, but we did get some funding from the federal government that TDOT will be working on.
Okay, all right, well, appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, anything else any questions for TDOT from anybody else on the committee? Okay, next thing we've got there, West RPO bylaws updates. Ms. Camilla, would you sort of review what we're doing, just a summary of it?
Yes, sir. So on your screen, if you're able to see, and if you're not able to read on your screen, basically in the package or in the bylaws that I sent out to everyone is 4 or 5 and page 10 and 11 that these small adjustments will be made. And as you guys know, we've always elected our officers every 2 years. And the next time that we will be electing officers will be in our September/August meeting, probably September. But we always just had it in our bylaws as years. But we're going to insert the word fiscal year, because basically that's what we're going by, the first meeting of our fiscal year. And then the next thing, you'll see that in 2 places, basically in the bylaws. You can see it on the screen as well. And next, we're also adding to the bylaws, just making it stated that our virtual meetings, in-person and hybrid meetings will basically be under the same regulations as our in-person meetings. So you have that stated 2 times in the bylaws, that adjustments being added.
That's pretty much it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Does anyone have any questions about the changes to the bylaws, proposed changes?
Yeah, I do. This is Bob. So these meetings are going to go, they could go back to in-person meetings once the governor changes the rules, or does that go with the rules, or is this going to be something we do on a regular basis into the future with the, the online meetings? So it's just going, it's just going by the executive order of the governor is what I'm trying to say.
It could go back in person. Mayor Taylor, do you want to speak to that?
Yeah, a little bit. Bob, the only reason we're able to do this is because of the governor's order. And,
okay, so basically like our meetings then, our regular board.
Yeah. Now, I understand there was some bills going through Nashville to make it so we could have electronic meetings, but the last one I saw has gotten watered down enough so that, and this has to do with county commission, but I'm assuming it'd be like city boards and this right here.
Yeah, I think it's,
yeah, you'd have to be sick, you had to be out on military, or there was a third something, but it wasn't that you could plan a meeting to be electronic. Personally, I think we have better attendance when we have electronic for meetings like this where everybody's coming from several counties.
Yeah, that's right.
Really, but right now that's not what's being talked about. So, but if they do something where we're able to have these electronically, it looks like, Camilla, if I'm wrong, but it looks like the bylaws will allow us to do it.
Yes, we're just officially inserting it in the bylaws. Like for the past meetings, we've stated that motion that I made at the beginning of the meeting, stating the referring to the governor comments, but now we're officially putting it in the bylaws, so we'll be able to do both basically. So we can do in-person, virtual, or hybrid. I know a lot of people said they like hybrid, where you can do in-person and also via online.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Can you hear me okay?
Anybody else got a question?
Can you hear me, Camilla?
Yes.
Hey, this is Stacy. So
Okay.
that's a good conversation. That's a good conversation there. One thing I'd like to note is that the RPOs, the way they're set up, are not considered a political subdivision, and so they don't totally fall under the governor's executive orders. And so what we've talked about in the future is that we could continue to have, have like a virtual meeting once, twice a year, and then you would have like one annual in-person meeting. I think that's helps everybody with their time schedules and travel and things like that. So that's something we'll be considering in the future, because we're not tied to those same rules as like a county commission or city council as a political subdivision. So we can be a little bit more adaptive to the needs of you all as this board. So keep that in mind. What Camilla has done here does give everyone that option. And so moving forward, as we get out of this mess, hopefully soon, we can, provide different options for in-person and virtual and a mixture of those as well. So I think this just gives us that capability.
Yes, sir. This is Bob again. I'm on another committee that is based out of Nashville, and they do it like you just said. So they actually have some virtual, some in person, and then they have one meeting a year where everybody's supposed to get together, which is basically what you're just talking about.
Yeah, and I think that's probably a model that people will appreciate, because we're all busy. I work typically out of Nashville, allows me to attend meetings virtually, but I also like to travel as well. Before this, I was traveling 2,000 and 3,000 miles, a month to get POs and MPOs and stuff. And I kind of enjoy that, being all over the state. But sometimes that's not possible, even for you all that might be within an hour of the meeting. Sometimes you're cramming it in between some things. So we'll be cognizant of that, and we'll try to adapt to that moving forward.
Sounds good. Will y'all be sending out some sort of memo or something along that line so we can structure the next meeting or two?
Yeah, we'll continue to keep everyone informed. And as, things move to a more normal capacity, Camilla will probably have y'all take action on which direction you want to go. If you want to have one annual in-person meeting and 2 or 3 others that are virtual, we'll leave that up to the board's decision.
Okay, I appreciate that. That'll be very helpful.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, thank you. Let's see, the next thing we've got on our agenda today after the TDOT is, and we've done the bylaws, discussion.
I'm sorry, I think you need to request, a motion for the Mayor Taylor.
Right. So if there's no other questions on the bylaws, entertain a motion to approve.
Mayor Gaines, motion to approve.
All right, Mayor Gaines, I do a second.
Fitzhugh, second.
Mayor Fitzhugh seconds. Any other questions?
Want me to do a roll call vote, or are you gonna do it all?
Please.
Yes, sir. Mayor Taylor,
Yes.
Mayor Gaines,
Yes.
Mayor Pugh,
Yes.
Minnie Donnelly.
Yes.
Mr. Hartfield,
Yes.
proxy for Lynn Thompson, Mayor Fitzhugh,
Yes.
Eric Kissel,
Yes.
Mr. Hugh Davis, let me check my chat box to see if Mr. Hugh Davis
Yes.
is.
I was trying to find the mute button. Yes.
All right, thank you, Mr. Davis. We have all, yes, Mayor Taylor.
Okay. Motion's approved, bylaws have been amended. Looks like we're to other business now. Is there anything else we need to talk about? Camilla, anything we need to lay on the table that's not on the agenda?
No, sir. Like I briefly stated earlier, our next meeting will be September, August. Sometime during that meeting, we will elect new officers. As you know, we have a chairman and vice chair for the executive board, chairman and vice chair for the technical committee. I'll be sending out all that information, or you can email me and let me know what position if you're in with our mayors. You also get to select or put in suggestions for who you would like on your technical committee as well. So you can send in that information as well. And like TDOT previously stated, you'll get multimodal updates around the spring, late spring.
And let's see, now Senator Rose is representing the Senate on this. Do we have representatives from the House on the committee also?
Yes, we have Representative Hertz and we have Senator Rose. So they will, I will have to contact them or see if they're interested in being on the board again.
Okay, if you'll do that, appreciate it. If
Yes,
anybody
sir.
else has any other suggestions, I don't know how many, we have several representatives in the area, so if somebody else would like to be on, I'm sure be more than happy to rotate it through.
Yes, as long as, of course, they are representative of the 3 counties that's in the RPL, Tipton, Lauderdale, and Fayette, so long as they're one of those.
Right. All right. Anybody else have any other questions or comments? I'm not going to take any more of your time. It's a pretty day outside, and maybe we can get out and enjoy a little bit of it. I don't thank y'all for taking part of your day to help us do the business. If there's no other comments, whatnot, entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Fitzhugh.
Commissioner Mayor Fitzhugh, and
Second.
with that, here a second real quick.
Derek Kissel, second.
Derek Kissel, and all those in favor, please sign off.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you all. Have a great day. Bye.
I can figure out how to sign off. There we go.